read through this carefully. The data in here actually is not too different than what I've seen since 1990, well, actually since I've been on the Finance Committee, which was probably 1995. We're always gonna be in the top 5, maybe 10 if we slip a little bit. Which is why I urge caution in touting this as something more than it really is. You can change this rate instantaneously on a reassessment year. And you can go to number 1 in terms of the least amount of rate on the chart. It's no magic why Franklin, Whitefish Bay, and River Hills are the top 3, followed by Oak Creek. It's because they are the richest land valued suburbs against a not very valued in terms of assessment city of Milwaukee with their budget. So using the rate is not I'd be darn careful sitting across from Catherine Young saying our rate is the 3rd lowest in the area. She will blow you out of the water. A better way to do this, in my view, of course, 1 of 6, in my view, is to do a simple division. Levy expenses divided by thousands of citizens, and make the comparison that way. That will show you the efficiency of your city government, and it's not a number that anybody could argue with, say, and could be fluctuated greatly based on your assessment year. Even if, Mark, you use the equalized value. That's what your hand is up for, I'm sure. So I'd be darn careful about being too excited about this. Now, if we're efficiently running, I think we are. I think we're going to cut spending. Then we would not be afraid to do a levy divided by 1,000 of citizens as a cost per 1,000. That shouldn't embarrass anybody. And that would be a more valuable number to bring in front of someone who is interested in doing business or moving to the city of Franklin, rather than rate. Because people see through the rate. I mean, you can make this rate anything you want. So, you guys do what you want, but I never present a rate because they'll kill you. I think we're misfocused. Is that the correct word, misfocused?
No. It's your birthday, you're allowed to say.
Just one mistake.
One mistake on your grammar.
One mistake. Okay, yeah, hey.
Call the question.
The 7 of us and the staff are up here defending a tax rate, which I think is a mistake, but the reality is that we're 1/23 of the tax bill. And when you hear, this is gonna sound terrible, but I'm gonna say it.
That's right.
When you hear people say it's a tax hell, I don't believe for a minute that anyone has looked at the individual components. They're looking at the sum total of MMSD, Franklin School District, or Whitnall or Oak Creek, whichever one they're in, MATC, and the little bit of the county. They're not saying City of Franklin as a corporate entity is a tax hell. They're saying City of Franklin as a geography is a tax hell. And so, again, I caution us for getting real excited about going off the top of the rate, because it changes all the time, and it's a false number. I mean, I grant you, it's a method of measuring, but it's not. It's honest, but it's not correct, and it's not a good selling feature because it changes, and you will look silly if you run into a business person who really knows what's going on. Now, the fact is that even though I wanted more cuts over the last 5 years, I think we can do without some programs that we have. We still run an efficient operation here as a corporation. We ought to be proud of that, but let's not go touting the rate. Let's not go feeling sorry for ourselves, because it's a total package, not the city. And there's nothing we can do about the other 6 taxing entities. We should just pay attention to what we're doing and move on. And Mr. Mayor, I still say, if you walk into someplace saying, we cut our tax levy this year, you'd be in far better shape than saying we got an $8.26 rate. One one thing is action, the other thing is just moving.
Mr. Mayor,
My whole point this evening is, let's not worry about our rate, let's not worry about loggers and what people are writing. Let's go sell the city, just as we've done for 54 years. We've got clean, open land, we're a welcoming community, we've got great residents, we've got a pretty darn good educational system, and we're here to work with you. You don't need to worry about rates and all of that, because frankly, if it's getting down to $8.26 versus $8.22,
Who cares?
it's over. That's arguing over the last nickel.
Double nickels.
All right.